Being an author and content creator is the best job in the world, in my totally correct, unbiased opinion. Today I'm going to take you through a week in my life and show you the day-to-day behind-the-scenes work that makes Cafe Latte, Citadel, and everything else I do possible. The good, the bad, and the unhinged.
You are my Monday, you're the best day.
I hate mornings.
So as a Nichiren Buddhist, I start the day with a form of prayer called Gongyo. You can see me opening my shrine. The technical term for that is Gohonzon. We're supposed to do Gongyo twice a day, once in the morning, once in the evening, and after 13 years of practicing this religion, I can honestly say I really suck at doing that. Then it's a shower and breakfast. I made myself a form of Turkish eggs, swapped out the yogurt for rice, and then it's the glamorous job of emails and some standard administrative work. Since it's filming day, I also take the opportunity to look over the scripts I've written, make sure that there aren't any little mistakes, and that they flow. So this is usually what I'm looking at when I am making a skit. I will have the script already typed out, and I will literally be reading the lines as I am delivering them to like whatever side I'm going, and I'll move my laptop as needed. But yeah, I will spend a couple of days. Artemis, the wires will kill you one day. See if they don't. That's my breakfast. No. So basically, I'll have these written up, and I'll do this the weekend before. So I film on Monday, but these will have been written no later than Sunday, preferably by Saturday, honestly. And then I can spend that extra day just, looking over it, making sure it's all good. But I'll usually have them planned out, or like a bare bones outline, or just like some idea of what the skit's going to be weeks, if not months in advance. I have like entire documents dedicated to just idea pages and overall story arcs in the vague order that I want them in. Like the Eric betrayal was planned months in advance. It was on there for a good long while. So yeah, and I planned it as I did. Because there was some stuff I knew I needed to do before that, and I wanted to make sure that I got that before, and then there was some stuff that I wanted after that, and now I need to think, okay, like they have this fresh in their minds. How is that going to affect how they interact from now on? Now, you may be wondering, Chris, you work from home, you're your own boss, you have your own schedule. Why the hell are you filming on Mondays? You could film literally any other day. There are 6 way better days to do that. Everyone hates Mondays. And the answer is my roommates. You see, I have 2 roommates, M and S. I'm not going to give you their real names. M works a traditional office job, not 9 to 5, but 8 to 4. However, M gets to work from home 3 days a week, and they have chosen Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to do that. So if I want to film when they are not here, I have to go with Monday and Tuesday. Now, my other roommate, S, is actually in between jobs at the moment. They typically do work after school programs. So like they tend to be out of here Monday through Thursday in the afternoon. So that leaves Monday and Tuesday as my best chances to film. And I typically aim for Monday, because then if I forget something, or if there's technical difficulties or whatever, or if I'm sick, then I get to have the time to actually, fix that. I have a whole other day to do that. Now I'm lucky because this weekend, my roommate S, the one who's between jobs, is actually out of town. They're visiting family, and they're not going to be back until tomorrow afternoon. So my best chances of filming something without banishing anyone to their rooms for at least an hour, probably more, is to do it today, Monday. Mondays are also ideal for filming because my video editor, Nick, has another job that gives him Tuesdays off. So if I can upload everything onto our shared Google Drive by Monday night, that not only gives him more time to edit those videos, he's also got an easier time doing it, as he can schedule the work throughout the week in a way that is best for him. She says filming this video on a Tuesday. This is where the magic happens. As you can see, it's nothing particularly special. Those are my swords. Chair, I sit on that. This is, my phone will go right here, and I'll, be able to swivel and move this around as needed. I'll read the scripts from my computer. I've got it stacked up on books to give it a little bit of elevation. This is actually a moving desk, so I can, I usually give myself a couple of extra inches, because then I'll be able to, look up, and it just sells it a little easier. My water, always got to stay hydrated, and a bunch of other crap. Yeah. This is where I keep most of the cafe latte costumes, the apron, the mug, JC's jacket, Nicole's is behind it up there. Middle shelf is things like, Husnia, Eric, I actually got to move that now, Raythu, Patrick, etc. And then like the very bottom is just some extra stuff. These are like mustaches and beards. Hurla is in here. Any other stuff is actually in this one. And this is just like bits and bobs that I've collected over the years. Gotta move this, come on. So things like, the ER nurse is here. Vincent's scarf is actually supposed to go on here too, so we'll just put that there. Other bits and bobs that I've crocheted or my mom has crocheted for me over the last few months also end up in here. Anything else I need to just kind of grab from my closet. Now, normally, I would be rolling this out into the living room to start filming right now, but I'm actually not filming Cafe Latte stuff today because this is the week that I am filming the Witcher Treats with Death promos. So I don't need this, I just need the apron, which is wrapped around the mug, and this froggy shirt, and a couple of other things. So I used to have super curly hair when I was a kid. I don't anymore. Now it's more wavy than curly. Very sad. But nowadays, whenever I want to bring out the natural curl or wave, then I use this milkshake whipped cream. It's really good stuff. It's super soft, and like it kind of brings out your hair's natural strengths. If I really want to bring out the curls, then I'll double up with some Fructis curl shape, but I'm too lazy to do that today. I got this really pretty Greek goddess style dress, super cheap from Amazon. It does not feel like it's very 21st century, but it looks classical Greek, which I am using explicitly for Blackwing promos. I put on my contacts off screen because you don't need to see that. And also, I go with contacts because I hate how the glare of light obstructs my eyes. I just hate it. Now, normally, I oppose any use of makeup. I just don't have the time or the patience for that, and also, like, we never expect men to do that when they're on camera, so why should he expect me to do that? However, as you can see, it's not my best skin day today, so I'm just gonna hide them just a little tiny bit. Nope, I feel like I've just made it more obvious. It's another reason why I hate doing makeup. Fuck it, you guys are getting my ugly, blemished skin. I'm not a beauty channel person, I am an author. That's what you're gonna get, goddammit. Good enough. Time to start filming. So I started filming and I got through 2 of the skits in this character and I realized I forgot to set up my microphone. This is what the mic looks like all assembled, and I have it right in front of my laptop and I move it around as needed. Fun fact, the microphone, which is what I'm using here too, was a gift from Nick, who wanted an easier time editing the sounds of my videos, so really it was a present for him. There's no such thing as an original story these days. A day without making the haters cry is a day without sunshine. Telepathic telekinetic wolves with wings. That's never gonna happen. Being a bitch is her only personality trait. Conservatives are very sensitive these days, like snowflakes. Your characters get telepathy from a plant. They sparkle with the souls of their murder victims. Okay, everything is filmed. It is now 3:15, so now all I gotta do is label all of the videos that I just created so that Nick has an easier time editing them. And then after putting them on my laptop, then I got to upload them onto Drive so that way Nick can edit them and do his magic and make them cohesive. So Nick, my video editor, has sent me the videos for tomorrow and the day after, June 18th and 19th. These are rough cuts. Basically, I've filmed everything. I gave everything, the raw footage, to him along with the script, and he has put it together in a rough cut. I now look over them, tighten where it's needed, give criticism as needed, and then re-upload them onto Google Drive, where then at that point he then adds the sound effects and some extra lighting touches as needed, that type of thing. So my laptop is old. I am getting a new one this week, but it means that when uploading video files or trying to share them with my editor or whatever, it's always a fight with it and the Wi-Fi, and you try to do the thing where you turn off the laptop, turn it off and on again, turn off the Wi-Fi, the modem, all the things. The best thing that I have found is to just shut down the laptop entirely for like half an hour and then try again. So I have shut it down. I'm gonna go on a walk. Never fails. As soon as I step outside, it rains! Well, look at that. I'm almost home, and it has stopped raining. Okay, I'm back in my apartment. Of course, it really started to rain as soon as I was grateful that it was not rained anymore. Whatever, I really only have myself to blame. Anyway, normally I would be powering up my laptop and trying to upload the videos. However, I actually realized, I looked at the time and realized that I gotta get going down to my parents' house. So I'm actually gonna pack and then head down and then try to upload the videos. My dad's and my schedules did not work out this year for Father's Day, so we decided to do it on Monday, the day after. I got him a hat from his favorite content creator, We Rate Dogs, as well as a silly little drawing of a penguin trying to protect his hairdo with an umbrella while taking a shower. My dad loves penguins. It's like a whole thing. With everything wrapped and packed, it was time to head to my parents' house in southern Minnesota. I'm still alive. I drive all night just to get back home. Did your truck break down? Did you burn through money? Did your ex find out? Hung up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I can't go down. You're my butterfly, sugar, baby. Sometimes I'm in a room where I don't belong, and the house is on fire and there's no alarm. I regret nothing. I met up with Dad, we had dinner at a nice Italian place, and then we went to see Inside Out Part 2, which was really good. Not as good as the first one, but still a damn good movie. I spent the night at my parents' house. They're not Buddhist, so they don't have a gohonzon, but I brought my prayer beads, so it's all good.
Tuesday afternoon.
On Tuesday, I had the luxury of a slow morning, so I went on a walk around my hometown before Mom loaded me up with breakfast, and then I returned to my apartment in the Twin Cities. What if I say I'm not just another one in your place? You're the pretender. Okay, so I'm back home. I hope you can hear me over the AC. One thing that I have been neglecting to do, postponing it because I've been focusing on literally everything else, is that I have a live stream coming up, the AuthorTube writing conference. They're letting me speak on their platform for like an hour, and they said make sure you have your link for the live stream and thumbnail and everything else to us by June 19th, and it is the 18th, and I have nothing, so I gotta get to work on that. Yeah. Luckily for me, setting up a live stream is pretty easy, and the AWC made it even easier. I still ran into technical issues the day of, but other than that, it was a fun time. I'll link the replay of the live stream in the description of this video. The topic was on writing diverse characters without being preachy, boring, or canceled, and pulled largely from my own experience writing Citadel and Cafe Latte. Okay, I have finished with the live stream prep stuff. I've even got a pretty decent script going on. So at the very least, I'm not going to show up to that empty-handed. Right now, I mean, I got to do dishes at some point, but I haven't really had lunch yet, so I'm probably going to order myself an early dinner, catch up on some YouTube videos, last week tonight, all that jazz, and then, maybe go for a walk, and then do dishes, and then do some manuscript editing. Joy. So I just got done eating dinner, and I was putzing around on YouTube and realized that my YouTube banner is way out of date, so I gotta make a new one basically. So now I get to putz around on Canva. I forgot to screen record me creating a new YouTube banner, but this is what that looks like now with the updated book covers. I am not a professional graphic artist, I keep it simple. After that, it was time to dive into edits for the cafe latte book, Heart of Iron. I'm filming in my bedroom because both my roommates are home and I don't want to bother them with this type of thing. But anyway, I just got done with like an hour, 2 hours of editing, and look, I love writing, okay? I love the process of writing a novel and getting that novel, those stories, to you. And I don't even mind editing all that much, okay? It's a necessary part of the process. It can be a bit painful, but otherwise, like, it's fine, all right? In fact, if I can print out the manuscript, even better, because then I catch more mistakes. What I hate so much is transporting the written mistakes that I have caught here, see all that red, into the digital file that is the manuscript. It's just drudgery to me. So I'm gonna take a break from this isn't even, this is half. They had to cut this manuscript, Heart of Iron, in half because they didn't have a squiggly thing big enough for the whole 600-ish pages. So it looks like I'm halfway done. No, I'm only a quarter of the way done. So I am going to do something more pleasant, like dirty dishes. Well, at least I'll have company. Hello, Luna. As you guys are familiar with Artemis, this is Luna, who is my other roommate's cat. Artemis is S's cat, Luna is M's cat, and she is a scaredy cat. It's supposed to storm very soon. You can kind of, well, I guess you can't see it out there. It's supposed to storm very soon, and every time it storms, she hides in the kitchen where there are no windows or anything like that. So since she's an old lady, we've put the kennel here so she's at least marginally comfortable. Well, she is scared. I miss having dogs. After dishes, I knocked out a few more chapters of Heart of Iron before relaxing for the rest of the night with some yarn projects and M&Ms. Well, I have crocheted a bit of a hat for the Kickstarter thing. And it is almost 10:30. I deserve to rot my brain with fanfiction. Okay, so it's Wednesday, and that means a couple of things. The first is that I typically tend to take Wednesday pretty slow. It's kind of my weekend. The other thing is that I have to update my list of patrons over on Patreon and give that to my video editor, Nick, so that way he has an updated list of patrons to do the end credits of the YouTube videos. In addition to updating the Patreon information, I also had a sale about to start for my Blackwing novella series, so I had to go and change all the price and information for that across Amazon KDP, Barnes & Noble, and Kobo. While self-publishing takes a lot more work and financial resources than traditional publishing, this is definitely one of the advantages. I cannot do this type of sale with Citadel or Witch Who Trades with Death. Those sales would be the decision of the publishers and or booksellers. I have no say in that, although my royalties from those sales would remain largely unaffected, even if you were to get them for free using points or Kindle Unlimited. But my self-published stories, like Blackwing and eventually Heart of Iron, I have total control over prices and whenever I want to have a flash sale. Sales like this also make me regularly log into these booksellers and see if there are any issues with the product. My fans are pretty good about telling me when something goes wrong, but I prefer to get there first so they're not inconvenienced. After a bit of grocery shopping, I had a Zoom call with my lawyers. It's nothing serious, there's nothing bad going on. My literary agent just recommended that I get Cafe Latte trademarked and or copyrighted officially as a defense measure in case someone like Disney Plus or Netflix wanders across my feed and gets any ideas, or if someone tries to steal content. It's usually best to do that type of thing now before there's a problem. Don't get me wrong, my lawyers are incredible, lovely, fabulous people, but sitting down for an hour to talk about copyright and trademark law is just... I'm gonna make rice balls. Be gentle, it's my first time. This is probably how I'm gonna get an entire continent to hate me. Well, they look terrible, but they taste amazing. This one fell apart and forced me to make a seaweed burrito, but otherwise, I'm all set for the rest of the week. After that culinary disaster, I relaxed, went on a walk, and returned to Heart of Iron edits. One half done. Second half can wait till tomorrow. I took a shower. As you can see, my bangs were not cooperating with me afterwards, and I did some last-minute edits for tomorrow's videos before it was time to go to bed.
It was on a sweet Thursday.
Burrito breakfast, or more like brunch, because when I woke up this morning, I had a splitting headache. So I took some Tylenol, used the restroom, went back to bed, slept for a few more hours, woke up, feel totally fine now. So I'm going to eat this cultural abomination, and oh, there's seaweed in my teeth. And then I'm going to get some work done. It's laundry day, which means I need quarters. Someday I will have a house, and it will have a washer and a dryer that will not require quarters. It will also have a goddamn dishwasher.
The host described.
Normally I would hate anything interrupting my work. Laundry, food, really anything. And I would put it off until the last minute, 9, 10 o'clock at night, because I'd rather spend my afternoon writing. However, since today's work is the drudgery of edit application, I'm actually really glad for the laundry interruption, having to bring it, from the washer to the dryer and then the dryer up here to fold it. And I'm actually getting some more work done with that. Those forced breaks are actually kind of nice. I'm gonna watch Charlotte Dobre while I fold my laundry. Okay, laundry is done. I've got about an hour and 15, hour and a half before my roommate and I are going to dinner. I'm gonna get as many of these goddamn edits done as possible. Unfortunately, I forgot I had to completely rewrite a chapter and a half, which severely slowed me down. You can see that pretty much the entire page is crossed out in red ink, so I did not finish those edits before leaving to celebrate my roommate's birthday. Em turned 29 and she found a really good Mexican restaurant that knocks a dish off of your bill on your birthday. They do check your driver's license, so you can't BS your way through that. Don't worry, we got more than just dessert, I just forgot to film the actual dinner. When I got back home, I resumed edits, but got interrupted by video editor Nick. We needed to talk about some upcoming projects. My phone doesn't let me talk to him and film at the same time, but I could take a picture. After that, I took a quick break from work to finish the hat I was crocheting for one of my Kickstarter backers, and then finally, I am done. Okay, so now all I have to do is edit one more video that Nick sent me. Not tomorrow's, we finished that one already, but the one for the 22nd. And then I can go to bed. But first I'm going to email this manuscript to my editor and then forget that it exists for at least a month.
2 minutes later.
Actually, no, I am not going to do that because Scrivener is going to make this a long and laborious process if I want to format it the way that I want it to be. So I'm going to have to wait until tomorrow to email it to my editor and then forget all about it for at least a month.
Here comes the weekend.
I don't like saying that I have insomnia because that implies that I don't get any sleep any night at all. But every now and then, yeah, pretty much nothing during the night hours, managed to get some dozing in the late morning, but now I got shit to do, so I can guarantee you that whatever it is that you're writing in the comments, I have already tried, alright? This has been a struggle for me since pretty much middle school, which was 15 years ago. Ow. I've tried it already, okay? And I've tried the yoga, I have tried the, waking up early in the mornings, I have tried the hot tea, I have tried the everything, okay? So it's just a thing.
The good news is I did not have much planned on Friday. I bribed my brother Liam and his girlfriend with lunch so he would help me purchase a new laptop that would not take forever to upload a few TikTok videos, and what better place to boot up a new laptop than a cat cafe? No, seriously, his girlfriend had never been to a cat cafe before, and that could not stand. So I paid for an hour for each of us, and then we had to convince his girlfriend that no, you cannot adopt all the cats, you both live in a studio apartment that does not allow pets, and will be going through the stress of moving in a month. Once we managed to pry her out of the cafe, I went back home to give the new laptop a proper test spin, and what better way to do that than to properly format Heart of Iron so that I could finally send it off to the editor. Heart of Iron draft is sent to the editor. I don't know what to do with myself now. When in doubt, crochet and YouTube.
Oh, it's Saturday night. A break for the wicked on the weekend.
Still hate mornings.
Because I am quite literally as blind as a bat without glasses or contact lenses, I had a vision appointment. And of course, health insurance does not cover it. Why would the medical insurance for my body include my eyeballs? If you're watching this from outside of the United States, the health insurance industry is a joke and also on fire. I gotta wait for them to mail me the contacts and new glasses. Now, Chris, why are you getting both contacts and glasses? Because I don't like wearing contacts day to day. After a while, they get dry, they get a little irritating. I prefer wearing glasses day to day. They're much more comfortable for me. However, I hate wearing glasses when I'm on camera, especially for like the Cafe Latte series, when I'm trying to act, which I'm not trained in at all, so I need every advantage I can get. And one of the best advantages is my eyes, my expressions, and you can't really see that when there's like glare coming at me, reflecting off the glasses and interfering with my eyes. I hate that. And then also it makes the lack of glasses, being able to use contact lenses, allows me to add things like sunglasses and other accessories that make things a little bit easier. So there's that. I am going to dive into a greasy bag of fast food for lunch.
High cholesterol.
I should not have done that. Came home from grocery shopping to see that Husnia's husband's outfit came in. I love the embroidery on this. It fits beautifully. This is a men's large, and it fits me perfectly. My hair is a mess. I really should come up with a name for this character. After that whole misadventure, I realized it was the end of the week, so I had to bullet journal. Bullet journaling is a type of calendar keeping that's easy to make artistic, although I go the lazy route and I just use stickers instead of drawings and sketches. This type of journaling is the only way that I stay organized and on top of so many projects. All other methods have failed, but I've been doing this since college and it works. Then I uploaded that week's YouTube video. It went up a day late due to technical difficulties on Nick's end. I prefer uploading them on Friday and giving my patrons on Patreon the early access then, and then making them live on Saturday morning, as that's what's proven to be best for my analytics. However, stuff happens, and I've told Nick that TikToks take priority over pretty much everything, so if he has to choose the TikToks, and that is exactly what he did. Saturday is D&D night. I am in 2 different campaigns. This one was hosted at my parents' house, which means
Empty cans and I'll be damned, your shit was never packed. Did your boots stop working? Did your truck break down?
in this campaign, I am a fairy rogue, Poppy the Poisoner. My dad and brother are also in this campaign. My mom is the only one in the house who does not play, but she prides herself on making sure everyone is fed, and you can see the carnage left behind. The dog's name is Marble, and she is an 11-year-old Basenji mix. After D&D, I did a bit of research for a new type of YouTube video that I will be starting soon called Cafe Legends, where I dive into the history and stories of the creatures and myths I use in Cafe Latte series. Obviously, the first one is a history on fairies.
So this is the pile of books on Fae lore that I have already read for research on that video. This is the pile of books that I have yet to read. And these are the books that I'm kind of referencing throughout, mostly just like encyclopedias and whatnot, just to kind of cross-reference and get some other nuggets of information. So it is Sunday. I'm going to be heading back to the Twin Cities today. This is my mother's yarn collection, part of it anyway, and I'm going to be taking some of it with me. It's so soft
It was a gorgeous day, so obviously I had to take a walk. My hometown is Hastings, Minnesota, and it's the biggest influence on Heart of Iron. The Cafe Latte is stationed in the fictional town of Bernier, but it's basically just Hastings in a trench coat. It's the second oldest city in the state, right behind Stillwater, so it's got a lot of really cool history and a hodgepodge of old and new buildings that I just absolutely adore, and it's right on the Mississippi River. But after that, it was time to head home.
Here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. I don't know the lyrics.
Okay, so now that I'm back home, there are two major things that I need to do today. Number one is the weekly newsletter. I always forget to do it. I need to do it actually, because the marketing thing. And then number two is the Cafe Latte scripts. Now, normally I try to do the scripts on Saturday, and then Sunday I get to look over them and edit them, but I just did not really have the time yesterday, so gotta do it today. Sunday is also D&D. This campaign is online due to all of us being scattered across the country. It is the third campaign of this world that my brother has homebrewed. He basically put Dungeons & Dragons in space and tossed in the plot of Aliens. Now we're dealing with space zombies. I definitely need to turn this whole thing into a novel or a novella series, something. It is just too good. Anyway, I play an ASMR paladin named Urkali, who is also the granddaughter of a god. She's basically Janua from my Blackwing series, but a decade older and a lot more patient. After that, I capped off the evening with House of the Dragon, and tomorrow I got to do the whole thing all over again. Thank you for watching. If you would like to get these videos a day early, some more behind the scenes content, and free merch, I encourage you to check out my Patreon. It is linked in my bio.